What's up, y'all? So today I'm about to do a quick Excel tutorial on VLOOKUPs. So with no further ado, let's get into it. All right, so suppose you have, let's say, an employees table here. You got some data. Let's say you have a company, you got about 10 employees. I just put some dummy data in here, first name, last name, stuff like that. I didn't feel like putting nothing special for the phone number, so everybody has the same phone number. All right, and let's say you have a second table where you have a log of badge-ins. So let's say you are the head of security for your firm or for your company, and you've got this log, this activity log of people badging in and out the doors. And let's say you want to identify these people, and you know them. I guess when they badge in, it shows their employee ID, but you want to know what their first name and their last name is. You want to know what person corresponds to these 25 made up badge-ins that I've created. So let's get to it. So here, the best way to do this is do a vertical lookup off of the employees table you have. Maybe it's over here or some other spreadsheet, but I'll show you how it works. You just come in here, you're gonna put in your VLOOKUP, and you know, not a lot of times when you put these functions in, they kind of tell you, you know, what each thing is. So the first thing you want to look for, the first argument for this function is the lookup value. So the lookup value is the data I have in this table that corresponds to the data over here in this employees table. So I'm going to say employee ID. That's the value I'm going to look up. All right. So then let's put a comma here, and the table array. The table array is the data set of the table that you want to search. And you want to make sure that what you're searching on is in the leftmost column of your table. It needs to be the first column in your table. So I'll do that. I'll put a comma here. The third argument is the column index number. And so I'm looking for, in this column, I'm looking for the first name. So I'm going to pull the second column from this table, because you see the first column has employee ID, second column has first name. So here I'll put a 2, comma, and then this last one is do you want an approximate match or an exact match? I want it to match exactly, so I'll put a false here, and we'll go with it. And this makes sense because employee ID number, the person with employee ID 9, their first name is Christy. And so I'll come here, let's say I want to look up the last name too, so I can just copy this function, honestly. And you know, I'll just paste it here again. But with this one, I don't need the first name, which is the second column. I actually need the last name, which is the third column. So I'll come here and replace this 2 with a 3. And now I have my data. So at that point, I can just copy it down. Let me show you what I did wrong here. So actually what you really want to do is come in here, and if you're on a PC, you want to hit F4. I'm on a Mac, so I don't have my function keys. So I'm going to just go ahead and do it the old-fashioned manual way. I'm going to put absolute references on this table, because as I copy this down, I do not want the column or the row numbers to change for my table array. So I'll do that here as well. The $ before the column just says stay in that same column. $ before the row number says the same thing. Let's go there. All right, so now we have it. Now I can just copy it down. It's good to do things like that, make little mistakes. All right, there you have it. That's the VLOOKUP function. I'll do another video for the HLOOKUP, the horizontal lookup. Shout out to Bianca Gamble. She requested this video. We're talking about this on Facebook, so hope this helps others.